The Cornerstone Project rises while the Old Holy Rosary Hospital falls. Starting 5 years ago, the Miles City Housing Authority started planning on what to do with the Old Holy Rosary Hospital, which was built in 1907, and the addition in 1920. Once they decided what to do with it, Melissa Hartman, the Housing Authority Administrator, started applying for grants. In the end, they received 9 grants. $3.5 million of the money went to restoration, and $1.5 million went to demolition. To make room for the new apartments, they had to remove 100 walls, install 187 new doors. In addition, 227 new windows were installed. The windows had to be custom made to fit the big window frames because they are using federal funds, which means they cannot change the exterior look of the building. They have to maintain the historical integrity. The first level floor had to be raised approximately 25 inches to make it handicap accessible. The Clark Street entrance is being named the main entrance because it is handicap accessible, and that is where the elevator is. Most people think that the big fancy entrance should be named the main entrance, but because of all the stairs, it cannot be wheelchair accessible. There will be 21 new apartments out of the new building, 3 one-bedroom apartments, 6 two-bedroom apartments, and 12 three-bedroom apartments. Each apartment has its own heating pump. The 1920 edition has a coat of terrazzo, which is made by laying chips of some kind of stone, which is then polished down smooth. Stevenson Design is the architect that drew up the plans for the renovation, and Fisher Construction from Billings was contracted to do the construction. John Mugley Construction of Miles City was in charge of the demolition of the high-rise. Melissa Hartman had people start calling her at the beginning of June to get apartments, but they will not be ready until the first part of November. The 9 funding sources are LIHTC Low-Income Housing Tax Credits, USDA Rural Development, Home Investment Partnership Programs, CDBG, Community Development Block Grant, Federal Home Bank at Des Moines, HGTV Home and Garden TV. There were 130 applications for this grant, and only 11 were picked. EPA Brownfields, Walmart, Avera, formerly the Presentation Health System, and Sisters of Charity.